Alright, so, if you haven't heard by now, Nintendo CEO Iwata passed away recently. Which is very shocking, very sad. Why am I outside? I don't even remember why I am outside. Very distracting. Apparently recently we just also got a giant 2 gig upgrade, or 2 gig patch. I don't think I downloaded it. It's supposed to help with his movement. We'll figure that out after that in just a second. We need to go back upstairs again. As you saw, a few episodes ago, whenever we play Gwent with the innkeeper, for some reason it puts us outside. Not really sure why that happens, but whatever. I'm not really looking forward to talking to Avallac'h. Zoom tight.
Need a hanky? Gotta admit, never expected this of you.
You humans have unusual tastes. How did you fare on Bald Mountain?
Need to ask? You're a sage.
I ask as a courtesy. A concept you clearly forgot when you left without uttering a word.
Ciri was in a hurry.
I know, so she wrote in her letter. But that is not my concern. You eliminated Imlerith adeptly. So adeptly, you might say you inspired me.
Oh, that can't be lovely.
Meaning?
The loss of one of his great generals has weakened Eredin significantly. 2 others remain.
How do we get rid of them?
Caranthir is a loyalist, but Gels, that is another story. He was a devoted follower of our former king. And as it happens, Eredin poisoned our beloved ruler.
How do you know? Or are you bluffing?
Eredin made sure very few individuals knew of his betrayal. Most are now dead.
Didn't answer my question.
How matters not. What matters is, I know. And I have an idea how to use this knowledge.
Because that knowledge of you knowing, but we're not sure how you know, won't come bite us in the butt either.
Haven't mentioned killing Gels.
Such drastic means are not always necessary.
So you probably plan to offer him a deal.
Brilliant deduction. Bravo.
Shut up and get to the point, you dick.
Fine. So what do you propose?
Why, to bring Gels here. Show him the truth of what happened.
Fabulous plan, if we only knew where to find him.
We do. In the land of the NL.
Okay, this is just turning into a very warped, jagged rabbit hole.
Land of the NL?
You don't recall. After all, you did travel with Eredin for some time. The land of the Elder folk. The world where we arrived centuries ago. A world that is now our home. The Red Riders come from there. And it is there where we will find Gels.
Seems like a bad idea.
Think you're forgetting something. You and Ciri might know how to travel between worlds, but me? Not so much.
You clearly know there are many other worlds apart from the one where we now stand. They're linked by passages, hidden gateways that afford travel from one world to another. Of course, few know of these gateways. Even fewer can locate them.
Elven sages, for example?
For example. One such passage will open soon near where we are, fortuitously enough. Between this noble edifice and the butcher's yard. That's our chance. Shall we go?
I don't know, this seems like a bad idea, like... Let's see if I can't talk to
Meet you
Ciri.
there. Gotta see to something along the way.
Hurry. I'd rather not loiter in the street any longer than necessary.
Yeah, we're gonna see if we can't talk to Siri and Yennefer about this. Seems like a really bad idea to just kinda... And we may want to fix some gear while we're at it.
Got a minute?
Of course.
Eridan's located you time and again. How's that work?
When I pass between worlds, I create a kind of shockwave. Anyone properly trained can sense it. That's how Avallac'h explains it, at any rate. He can do it too.
So you shouldn't actually ever use your power.
It's not like that. The impulse is stronger the longer my voyage. On short hops, the disturbance is practically imperceptible.
Traveling between worlds, what's it like?
It's nice.
Difficult?
It was at first, but in time it became automatic, like riding a horse.
Bet a lot of mages would love to learn to do it.
I'm certain they would. But Avallac'h claims they've neither the knowledge nor talent. He's spent 4 centuries learning to do it, yet can still only find and pass through pre-existing portals. I go wherever I please, whenever I please.
Once you'd left Yen and me on the Isle of Avallac'h, what happened to you? What did you do?
I traveled through time, space, different worlds. I saw houses of glass, ran with unicorns at the world's end. Even lived in an undersea kingdom for a time.
Freedom. Always had a taste for it.
I still do.
So why'd you return?
It was too much. I almost drowned in it. When everything is possible, it quickly becomes a lot less alluring.
Alright.
I should go.
So,
Alright, we'll talk later.
what is this with the going outside thing? So not as filling as I was hoping it would. Or pertaining to said Jeez. Creep much, woman?
Geralt,
Woman's
Ever
creepy
think
enough
about
as
the past?
is.
About
She
your
hide
time
behind
with the
doors.
at times, I'm amazed we survived. Eridan's not usually one to leave witnesses behind.
That's just it. He didn't. Lost my memory when I escaped the hunt.
Ah, yes. Your famous amnesia.
You didn't have it?
For a short time only. Once the Emperor's mages got their hands on me, my memory quickly returned.
Wow. Question much?
When the hunt had you. Hope they didn't hurt you.
Even if they did, I've no memory of it. The whole time's but a string of phantom images. Blood and fire. A wild chase through different worlds. All shrouded in fog. Though I do remember you coming for me. Trading your life for mine. I hadn't the chance to thank you then.
You'd have done the same for me.
I'm touched by your certainty. But you've yet to tell me how you escaped them.
Wouldn't mind knowing that myself. There are times I remember rushing forward, Red Riders around me. Next thing I know, I'm in the woods at the foot of Kaer Morhen. That's it. What did Eridan want from you exactly?
The same thing he wanted from you. You don't recall?
Draw a blank on most
Part
of
of
my time
amnesia,
with him.
don't you understand, woman?
We were bait, Geralt. Both of us. Eridan believed Ciri would come for us sooner or later and he would capture her. Fortunately, she didn't fall for it.
How do you go from being the Emperor's hostage to being his ally?
One day, the door of my cell opened, and instead of seeing the usual officer, I saw Emir. He promised to release me and grant me free reign of the Imperial Treasury, provided I did what he asked.
He told you about Ciri, and you accepted his offer. Why?
Shared aims make for strange bedfellows. I knew I had to find Ciri before Eridan did, and if any man had the power and the means to help me, it was the Emperor. Besides, once all's said and done, he is her father.
Thanks. Thanks. Think.
Still can't get something out of my mind.
What?
I guess that's it.
Thanks.
I don't really want to know that answer to
See
that
you
one.
later.
And
How are you feeling?
Better. I thank you. If you'd not arrived in time,
you guys could have cleaned her up
things
a bit.
might have ended considerably worse. I am your debtor.
Thank Yennefer. It was her idea, her plan. Thought Margarita Loantil would be among the last to get nabbed by witch hunters.
Were it dependent solely on me, of course I would have. But you forget I had my students to consider. I knew the hunters would eventually reach Aretusa. It was but a matter of time. So when I heard Triss was organizing escapes to Kavir, I saw no reason to hesitate. I gathered my novices and we rode here to Novigrad. Sadly, we were caught and thrown in Dayrah before I could contact Triss.
Didn't see any other sorceresses in there with you.
Because they'd already been executed. Burned. Alive. One after the other. The most talented girls in the North. Radovid was saving me for last.
Well, ask an awkward question, get an awkward response.
If you're here, what's become of Aretusa?
The day I arrived in Novigrad, I received a message from Birute Akati. A short, curt note. School overrun by Redanians. The libraries burned. Handful of pupils fled with Nina Vivera. The rest are dead. It is over.
No reaction from the council? The conclave?
Do you jest? They asked Radovid to intervene, just after he'd appointed them.
Wow. More
Farewell,
awkward everywhere. Why not? Let's open this can of
Well,
worms.
what is it?
No need to thank me, Philippa. Always glad to save your ass. You're welcome.
You stood to gain. That is why you saved me.
Way back when, did you really send assassins after Dijkstra?
You believe I do not remember we were once lovers?
Maybe it's just me, but I think you'd consider that in itself to be reason enough. Actually, I've long wondered why you parted. Quarreled even.
You see, Geralt, there are those who keep politics separate from their private lives, and those who do not.
Which one was Dijkstra?
The more boring of the two.
Farewell.
Alright, well, that was short and sweet and to the point. Well, since they had no responses to anything, let's go find Avallac'h.
What was it happened to Foltest? What village are you from?
Willows. It's into my area 2 days road from Bazima. Your guard arrived here just before winter.
I know this house. Supposed to drive a godling from here.
Supposed to?
Decided it was harmless.
Huh. It's gonna mess up her house? Wait, isn't her and the Dream Weaver here? Ah,
Here, past this wall.
figured. See, didn't explore it earlier, and look what happened.
This is the place. Once we enter, there'll be no returning until we reach Gel's. Ready?
Yes, let's go.
Remember, wherever you land, search for a place that looks like this one. We shall meet sooner or later.
Mean we'll be separated?
It's possible. I lack your ward's talent. Zirel is the lady of time and space. I merely know how to use this arcane knowledge to a limited degree.
Oh,
It's time.
great. This is why I hate teleporting.
I hate portals.
I wasn't expecting him to be all cover my eyes and I can't see the monsters.
Where are we?
Welcome to the Didowet Desert.
This somewhere in our world?
Ever seen such canyons in your world? Come, we must go.
There's either 2 moons and a sun. Oh, it's gotta be 2 moons and a
What
sun.
is this place?
A very old world, thoroughly raped and destroyed.
Anything live here?
Mainly desert creatures, able to survive months on end without water. Oh, and large sand crabs beneath the surface. We must be careful they don't sense us.
And before? Were there any people? Or elves?
Do you believe humanoids have a monopoly on destroying worlds?
So what did live here? Sentient monsters of some sort?
Look at those cliffs. Remind you of anything?
Look a bit like the bed of a giant river.
Or the bottom of a sea?
Mean there were water creatures here once?
No creatures. Merely a sea.
Trying to say that...
There are many different worlds and even more forms of life. Many of them intelligent, much more so in fact than you humans. But as it turns out, not even that could stop them from exhausting all the resources of their world. To the last drop. Ah, the portal.
Looks more like a ruin.
Appearances can be deceiving.
So what are we waiting for?
For it to open. Shouldn't take but a few moments.
What's going on?
The sand crabs have sensed our presence.
Wonderful.
Beautiful. That's a sand crab? No, that wasn't what I was expecting. I was expecting more sand crab-ish, less arrow. Stupid. More crab, less scarab. But again, it's a different world, I mean.
or as soon as the boat opens, you must jump in after. 3, 2, 1. Very good.
What a really...
Oh.
Avallac'h?
So I'm suddenly reminded of the opening scene from second Star Trek reboot movie. Darkness something.
There it is.
They piss off the natives and they start chasing them through those red things. What's that sound?
Vapors don't look terribly inviting.
Not burnable. I wonder if I can use...
Grenade have suffocated.
I'm gonna try 2 things. Adrenaline points, cat. Where is it? Pretty sure this isn't gonna work. Oh!
Avallac'h? There it is. Vapors don't look terribly inviting.
I think I've got it.
Damn it, gotta hold my breath.
Alright, got it. I
No
gotta
longer and I'd have suffocated.
hit pop to don't stop the rock across. Think light bunny thoughts.
Magic. A place of power.
Apparently, that is universal no matter where you're at. I will not be going that way, that's for sure. Ah! The hell, girl.
Should avoid those clouds, or bolt through them.
Well, considering how hard it's probably going to be to avoid them. Considering those red things, those red tentacle, plant tentacles are everywhere. As you can tell, it takes away quite a bit. That's really far. Alright, I feel like we're gonna die. Alright. Made it. Just had to, warm up there for a second and just run. Just bolt it. That's all you gotta do. Get in a nice little spot and just bolt. Work what your mama gave you. Wonder what the hell that was. Okay, along the spine and up to the rock. Now's not the time for you to get stuck. Alright, almost there. What is that sound? Oh. There we go. Ah. Oh, snap. Come on, Ariel. So I went from sand, to poisonous gas, to water, to this. I'm going to freeze.
Cold.
I'm going to freeze. No clue where Avallac'h is. Hence the place of power.
Freeze to death if I don't hide somewhere.
Oh.
And I gotta find that next passage quick. If I can just find cover along the way, I should make it to the passage.
We're gonna do. Didn't mean to double tap that. Alright, let's see, where's the next? Right there. Go, 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 go. And go. Snap. got it. It was a stump. Of course it is. You just go straight down? Seems kinda insane if you ask me. Too far. Okay, we're gonna try sliding down to that little spot right there. Oh. Okay.
Light in a place like this? Someone must have lit it. With any luck, it was a certain grouchy elven sage. Snow's up to the rooftops. Wonder how long this blizzard's been blowing.
Very long time. Hey folks, this is Hobble Dragon. Thanks for watching. If you're enjoying what you're seeing and hearing, please hit the like and subscribe and come back for more. Take the blue link, this story ends. You wake up in your bed watching another game. Take the red link, you stay within Witcher, and we'll see how deep this rabbit hole goes.